Hey guys, Clumsy here. Oh my goodness, T-Bird is back. I'm not sure if anyone heard that. I think it was muted still. Yay! Yay! Happy holidays. T-Bird, my goodness, he actually just donated again. 100 this time. T-Bird, thanks for joining, man. GG. What shall I buy with it this time? Thank you, appreciate it. Hope you guys can hear me well. Thank you for joining, everybody. GG. Lots of early birds today. We will be driving the Cascadia. Amazing truck. Finally released by SES. One of the best, if not the best, we've seen. Woo! Thanks for the applause. How are you, Gamaste? Very early as always. Appreciate it. Keeping the rubber side down. That's the plan. We'll see how well I can execute that. Champs, how are you, man? Thanks for joining. Hey, Forek. Glad you could join. Yarbla, welcome back. Hey, Jay. How's everyone doing? Have you guys been trucking, playing other games? NL, how are you? What is the rip for? Goodness. Where was I? Did I greet Patrick already? Hey Patrick, in case I forgot. NL is here. Any assignments today? Space Hunter. How are you, man? Thanks for joining, everyone. Yar Jack, thanks for streaming a while ago. Did you get to finish the job? Sorry if you had to cut it short. But no worries, you could have extended and finished it. No pressure. How are you, Ark? What are you driving today? Juke City. Thanks for that. Good. I think we are good. Did I miss anyone? There should be someone. Stormy Sea Dog. Welcome back, man. There it is. T-Bird himself. T-Bird aka Santa Claus. GG, man. Appreciate it. Goodness. That's the only sound you could redeem. Everything else is out of stock, I guess, huh? Does anyone know the cooldown with those sounds? Transcode, we do have it? Wow, that doesn't come often. Yeah, we do. Cool. Awesome. Jamnik, how are you? From Mexico to JFK, how long does that take and what plane are you flying? You're flying bush trips, Gamaste. So much fun. What plane are you using? I still don't know how to fly any of those bush planes, tail draggers. Might be nice to have a group flight soon. Mr. Jack, Mr. Alex. I heard you had the Hotas, right? Not today, chilling with some map editing. Nice. Good to hear. Hey, Martin. Hey, Luis. Thank you for joining, guys. We are starting now. So as I mentioned, as you can see in the title, hopefully, we will be driving the Cascadia. We'll be starting from Colorado, make our way to Canada. ProMods Canada isn't released yet, though. I think they're still doing some stuff in the admin side, but I don't have visibility on it. But I'm sure you guys will hear as soon as it gets released to the public. In the meantime, I will be your eyes and ears. And in terms of sound mods, we will have... Let's start the game first. In terms of sound mods, we should have Kriechbaum's updated Engine Sound Mega Pack version 3.4. That should come on your screen soon. There you go. Still 100 miles to go. Yeah, it's definitely 2020 is the year of ATS, definitely. All the goodies comes from ATS. 787 with the XE mod. I haven't tried that yet. Is it good? Is it close to stud level? Hey, Uni. Welcome back. ProMods website has changed a lot. That's probably where they're spending most of their time on these days. They have to finish that first before they release something, otherwise it will cause confusion to the users. Happy holidays, T-Bird. I am excited for the holidays. Our reservation finally got confirmed. So me, Mrs. Clumsy, and I will be out on the on the Christmas season. So, mods we have for today. Kriechbaum sound pack has been updated to 3.4. It also comes with improved sounds for the shifter, reverse, the beeping, the air brakes. The tire sounds are custom as well. So all those are in the engine sound pack 3.4. As always, exclamation point mods gets you where you need to go. To the SCS forum thread for this one. One sec, huh? I'm trying to notice something. Okay, that's fine. Did I greet you already, Martin? Thanks for joining, man. Sorry if I missed or double greeted some guys. I'm also trying out the improved trains for ATS. I was watching Jack a while ago and I saw how the trains looked. Longer trains, more fun. I'm sure Scotsman would agree if he were here. But I think he's still stuck in Amsterdam. Your Cascadia has Kriechbaum's new X15 sounds under the hood. Yeah, I saw that. Is it good? The new X15 sounds? Yeah, that comes with the 3.4. Let's see the info here. Yeah, the Cummins X15 is new. Is it realistic though? I mean, I guess we don't really focus too much on realism as long as it sounds good, right? But can a Cascadia in real life have a Cummins X15 inside? I guess by default it would only have Detroit diesel, but I guess after you buy it, you can customize it as much as you want. So what else do we have? So those are the mods that we have that are new. ProMods pre-release is here. I also have the Chihuahua and Sierra Nevada, although when I went to Chihuahua area last time, I was driving offline and I got a crash. And I'm not sure if I missed any particular patch or maybe there's a conflict with ProMods, but yeah. Now that I look at this, I don't have the compatibility patch. Maybe I'm missing something here, huh? Anyway, we'll not be going to Mexico today, so that should be fine. Let's load it up. The XE mod adds a few display pages, but the plane is encrypted. They went to help the... I see. Yeah, so a little bit improved, huh? But not significantly so. Yeah, there is a smart guy. I forgot his name, but I'm using his mod. Figured out a way how to get around the encryption. Well, not really breaking through the encryption, but using different files instead. So he was able to modify the longitude. I have a video coming out on Sunday with the longitude flying in England. So hope you guys enjoy that one. I enjoyed making it. I enjoy it so much that I actually watch the video myself. I don't often do that. But yeah, I enjoyed it so much that I was enjoying watching it in addition to recording it. Anyway, so that's the truck. That's the paint job I'm using. I'm actually not sure where it came from, but it's in one of the lists that I added. Oh, and yes, we have the cabin accessories as well. Something new that is with the... It's a new DLC. In case you have not bought it yet, it's... At least it's 550 SGD here. I guess it's around what, 4 USD for those in the US? But it would depend on your region. So if we look at the... Where's the Freightliner Cascadia? That guy. Also, I'm a bit curious about the triangle count of this truck. Let's just take a quick look. If we turn on the mini console, this guy has 1.6 million triangles in the screen. Compare that with the, for example, W900. Oh, but the W900 was touched by interior-exterior reworks. Well, let's see anyway. 1.4. Volvo VNL 1.5. So pretty much SCS level there. Pretty close. That difference shouldn't even be felt. With the K100, yeah, pretty close. With the Western Star, yeah, almost the same. Interior on the Western Star is 3.4 million triangles, and I'm looking at that TC, by the way, for those who are not familiar. That's the triangle count. That gives you an idea of how complex the 3D models are. So that gives you an idea if it's going to be a frame hog or not. Like compare that with, so this one is 1.6 million in the exterior and 3.7 million in the interior, so that's not bad at all. But I always go out. But if you compare that with one of the like payware trucks like Freightliner Cascadia, Freightliner Classic XL rather, that one. This guy has 6 million in the exterior. Remember the one before, 1.6 million? This one is 6 million. And then in the interior, it has 10 million instead of 3.4. So it's like, what, 3 to 6 trucks loading. So much heavier on the FPS. So be mindful of that. If you have a, yeah, it will limit your FPS most of the time. Good. Oh, but I was planning to look at the cabin accessories. For USD. Oh, nice. I computed that correctly. Thank you. X15 sounds so good. Alright, maybe you can try today. I'm happy to try today. So we'd have cabin accessories now if you buy the DLC. Things like that. Cowboy head. This one is perfect for Jack, actually. Don't you like that, Jack? And you can have like stuff here. Lots of different stuff. A burger. No pizza though. Rohan will not be happy. You can have like different hats there. Even the hanging toys. There are lots of new ones. Cactus. It's even like cubes. Red, blue, or both of them are available as well. If I can find it. That one. So pretty cool. Just something to give more life to the truck. And so many dots here. Yeah, like custom pillows. And the flag. But it's cool. I like it. I like it. A bit, I'm not sure if I would call it pricey though for 4 USD. Like, I guess normally, I initially expected it to be included already. Like if you bought the cabin accessories for ATS2, I expected initially to also have it for ATS. Like how you have it for, but yeah, I guess it's not really the correct expectation, huh? Because what is it? The wheel pack DLC? Where it adds a lot of wheels and tires, was it? No, wheels. Was that different from ETS2 versus ATS, or was it one buy you get for both? I forgot. One thing I like, which I will try next time, is this one. You can actually get like an iPhone kind of thing here, and that will be your GPS. But it's like in portrait mode, so it's kind of nice looking, and it's not stretched at all, the map. Because before we had like mods like this, but it would stretch the map, it would distort how the map looked. This one, it's pretty nice. But for this truck, it's not really applicable. It was for both. So you buy one, and it would be for both ETS2 and ATS, right? Yeah, this one is buy one each. So I was kind of surprised, but I mean, it's 4 USD, right? I mean, it's the holiday, so let's give SCS a bit of a Christmas bonus in that sense. I forgot something, guys. Do you notice what's lacking? Nothing's happening. I forgot to turn on track IR. 1 second. Clip. One second. That's one of the weaknesses here. Normally you cannot turn on track IR in the middle of your game. You have to turn track IR first and then load up the game. Otherwise it won't detect it. You have to quit the game, load track IR, and then load ATS again. The 389 by John Ruda. Oh yeah, I haven't tried that yet. I guess it's also a bit of a frame hog, huh? Because his modeler, I think his models come from professional, but not focused on the gaming models. But if your system can handle it, then it's fine. Sorry I missed some guys. Danny, how are you? The 30 million truck. What is that? The longitude? 30 million plane, more like. Oh, you mean the triangle count? Yeah, that was the Actros MP5, I think it was. I'm missing some people. Is Fang here? Oh, there you go. How are you? Doing good, man. I am doing good. And now head tracking works. Okay, perfect. So currently, sounds we have are from Kriechbaum. The DD13, DD16 to be exact. It's actually not that heavy. Ah, nice. Maybe his modeler is getting good at optimizing for gaming. 1050 Ti and you get 60 FPS already. That sounds promising. Hey, Panda. Hey, Sonoma. Perfect timing, guys. We're just starting. Ooh. Nice hiss. So we're currently in Denver, if I remember correctly. That's a nice subtle sound if you guys noticed when you're shifting, when the automatic transmission is shifting. Actually here, that one, which is probably not realistic. That's probably more meant for manual transmission, but I like the clicking nonetheless. Alright, Rohan, no worries, man. Thank you. Catch you in a bit. Enjoy. DD engines for the win. So, do you guys want DD or the new Cummins X15? So I'll do this one. You heard it more or less, right? I'll switch to the new one from Kriechbaum, and that should be also available for this truck, I believe. I heard from Alex that Robinicus's DD sounds are very good as well. The turbo whistle is good. That one I have yet to try. So the new one should be the Cummins X15, right? This one. So let's try that. He is off for pizza class. Yeah, figures. Right, let's hear it. Hey, Lucy. Glad you made it to the stream. How's trucking? It's very soft here from this side. Probably would be better from inside. New one is better. Which one is it? Is this the engine sound? Ah, 1 second. It sounds a bit soft because I actually had to tone down the audio for that DD16 from Kriechbaum, DD13. Now I think I can get it back here. Let's try that again. Oh, I love that idle sound. You might be driving this one. Loving the Cascadia. And that coming from you, that means it's really good. Because you know your stuff. Like I remember you were noticing a lot of missing details on the Western Star. Ooh, that sounds pretty raw. Does it fit this truck though? You guys okay with it? goosebumps there. ASMR tingles. Nice. It's too loud. Well, thank goodness we have audio sliders now, so you can always tweak it. What I don't like about the default SES sounds is, well, it's better than most of their sounds, but the revving, when you're speeding up and the engine is revving and it's shifting to a higher gear, it doesn't sound like it's shifting to a higher gear. It's a bit too monotonous still. Cummins X15. Let's try this one. What? Good. So let me know if you want to lower the volume. We'll hear that in more squeaking levels, volume levels later as we get on the highway and as we speed up. No, I don't want to go to Mexico right now. Farthest we can go is actually Washington. Interesting. I wanted to go to Canada. Let's see. Yeah, everything is going to Washington. What the heck? Let's take route length reverse. It's like they specifically excluded Canada from the jobs. Ah, 1 second. Maybe it's my trailer configuration. Could it be? Because I am driving a 53-foot trailer. Maybe I need to shorten it to 48. You guys think? This is a Cascadia, yes. Cascadia to Canada. That's the plan at least. Let's see. Trailer config. So right now it's a 53-foot chassis. Let's get the 48-foot one. And I heard from someone in the comments in YouTube that in Canada, I think you use the front sliding tandem, the front setting. So that might be good. Let's go with that. $53 is the standard, is it? So it should be applicable everywhere. I wonder what that is then. Not compatible with Colorado. Yay! Which one? Let's go with that one. Should be pretty okay with everything else. Okay, let's try it. Or there's even a Detroit logo in there. Okay, so that's a 48-foot one. Let's try it. If I go to the cargo market, still nothing, I think. Interesting. We do have something, but not from there. Do I have anything from Colorado? Well spent. Let's go and look, guys. Oh, just in time, Tom. We haven't started yet. Just warming up. We have something from Oregon. Yeah, I'm not sure why we're not getting it. So if we look at Utah, we don't get it either. Huh. Does that mean we'll have to drive there? Okay, we do what we can. Let me switch back to 53-foot. I'm looking for a job going to Canada. Because currently it's being a bit... It's playing hard to get. How are you, Tom? 53-foot sliding tandem. Looks good. Let's put something there. Nice. Okay. That should be more than enough. Yeah, looking for a job. Colorado to Canada direct, which is a bit weird. Yeah, that's the perfect sound. That's the farthest we can go to Wenatchee. I can do that. I don't like that particular highway though in Oregon. You guys know that one? The very bendy highway. It doesn't have enough signage from what I can see. Not very clumsy friendly, so we are at risk of tipping over there. I think I'd reroute to Idaho instead, if I remember. Dry milk, 19 tons. Yeah, we can go. Yeah, agree. Juke City. North in Idaho and then turn left.
A few moments later.
Perfect. Aerosoft CRJ. That's exactly what that sound is for. Yes, excited for the CRJ. I've never flown it, not even an X-plane. So I'm interested to learn how it flies. And Asobo or Microsoft has been advertising it left and right, so it must be good. Nine miles away, okay. You guys okay with the engine volume? Steak sounds good. Enjoy. Let's go with digital speedo so you guys can see the speed easily. Yeah, exactly. It's not clumsy proof. I think there are some signs missing there. You already ate it, nice. Sounds like a treat. I-84, that's the one, exactly. Actually, that bendy in real life, not designed for me. How about the signage? I would expect at least there would be signs there. Like the usual speed advisory. The orange or yellow signs. I think are orange ones. No, it's more yellow. Orange is for the exits. The freight shaker truck, yes indeed. Changed the engine though. This is much more raw. Can you guys still hear me though? Engine brake. Not bad. Very modern sounding, nothing like the DD60 series, but then again, from a truck like this, that's what you would expect, right? Bucket of Doom. Let's not hit a bucket of doom. No promises there. Get ready to clip Y. Please no. Oh yeah, the horn is very nice. The horn is very nice. So the normal one, that's not bad, but the air horn. Why is it cutting out sometimes though? Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Scotsman would like that. Those signs, those yellow signs is what I'm referring to. Ooh, are we actually going to Denver Airport here? Get the sight of Lucifer. I still remember the name, Denver International, that's the one. Bucket of Doom so you can play sounds. I don't think you'll need the Bucket of Doom to play sounds. Sooner or later there will be a clumsy moment. I don't like it. There are warning signs. I would have expected the warning signs at least. I pretty much rely on those warning signs. That's how you can clumsy approve a road for me. Because if there's nothing, I would just go and approach the bend at the speed limit, which is much greater than the safe approach speeds for that bend. That kind of difference in the engine sound is what I really love about Kriechbaum's mixing. Like you get that. Can I make organic sounds now? Yeah, that you know you really shifted up. That's what's missing in the SES default sounds. With the default sounds like. It's not distinguishable. And yeah, Kriechbaum sounds are normally very bassy, very nice to hear. He has definitely mastered his craft. I actually stop at the sign. I get that a lot. I think, who was it? I think it was also HUD that commented that I actually stop at the stop signs. Well, I learned from you guys because you always scold me when I don't stop, so I've learned my lesson. I guess that's a good thing, right? Least number of miles on the new Cascadia, just 136. Yeah, I have a bit more. I actually did a time lapse also yesterday. So I made a silent trucking video and I also made a time lapse, and now I'm making a kind of commentary video so that we have all kinds of videos with this Cascadia for everybody's taste. So I drove like, I don't know, actually we should be able to see here, right? 879 miles, I guess, because I haven't reset my counter yet. Okay, I should be able to park here. Super cargo service, that plane. What plane is that, guys? With the engine in the middle and the tail. MD-80? I don't know. It's too much. Oh, look at that sky. I will miss NL. You guys think NL will still work with 140? I have my doubts. So far, we've been able to patch it. Like Frankenstein it up. But with 140, with the significant light changes, I have my doubts. It will still work. Hopefully we won't need it anymore. That's the ideal goal. Let's see. Looks good. Keep it straight up. The default cuts out as well if you rev too high. Yeah, I think the train sounds were not modified by Kriechbaum, so what we're hearing there is actually default. But thanks for confirming that it also happens. Yeah, it really happens. I guess it must be like the maximum number of sound channels or something like that. Heard a train horn in your house. Parallel flight sims, the guys behind the upcoming 757 just opened up their GitHub. Nice. Someone's making a 757 for Flight Sim 2020? Wow. I haven't flown that plane either in X-Plane, so it looks like there will be plenty of new planes to try out and learn. And Interesting. We'll gladly pay for that as long as it's good. Looks like we'll have to sleep already though. Lucifer right there with its scary, eerie, red, shining eyes. There's a train as well. I wonder if our train mod is affected. It does seem like it, huh? That does seem longer than usual. A DC-10 or an MD-11. Nice. You guys know I don't know anything about planes. I'm very bad at spotting. Can you let me go, please? Thank you. I shouldn't have done that, but that's AI. Let's go for a quick viewpoint tour of the airport again before we leave this place. Just a bit more scenic. Docking doesn't make sense. Yeah, true. Some of the parking areas don't really make a lot of sense. Denver Airport. Like sometimes you deliver to a distribution center, like that kind of loading area, but you deliver something like a flatbed, a tractor. Doesn't make much sense. Hey, evidence. How to load an approach mid-flight. Hope it helps. That's what I always use. And it still works for me. I just made that same workaround trick in the video that's coming out on Sunday, and it worked perfectly well. So highly suggest that. Because yeah, it's a very common problem in FS 2020 right now. Beautiful. Alright. I'm still using NL. I was planning to try out JBX, but I was waiting for the update. He said it would be today. I haven't seen an update yet. I checked like an hour ago or something. But I'll probably check it out because the new update in JBX supposedly reduces that Instagram filter. That's the main thing I don't like about JBX. I mean, the skyboxes look amazing, but there is that general Instagramish filter that's unnatural. It's scenic, but it's not natural. And I would like it just easy on the eyes and natural if possible. Like you get used to it after some time, but it's better if you don't need to get used to it at all. So hopefully that gets implemented. That will be a great bridge while waiting for 1.40, because 1.40 isn't coming out anytime soon. Oh, I like having the bulldog here, just shaking his head. Is that guy changing a tail light on that plane? Oh, good catch. Actually didn't see. Maybe that was Jay working on the plane. That's a very long train. Is that one of those trains that go from the airport to the city? Is that the thing in Denver? K-Den? You've been to Singapore a decade ago. Really enjoyed it. Ah, that's great to hear. Yeah, I love it here. Hopefully I can stay longer, but it depends on the government. We'll see. It's like if you turn the saturation down, loses color. Didn't like it also, so I use default SES settings. Yeah, the default SES is still the safest, but I find it most of the time lacking. So the 1.40 update is something I'm really looking forward to. I like it so much, I'm actually more excited to get the 1.40 update than to get Iberia. For now. But when I see more of Iberia, I might change my mind there. I like how the colors here change. Very nice. Hey Sparkso, how are you, man? Nice sound on this one. This is from Kriechbaum's latest update to his sound pack. Cummins X15. Okay, am I getting it right? Does anyone know which truck normally this is included in? You know, why are we driving at night? I should find a rest area. 1 second. We do have our garage nearby, so we can stop by there, sleep. First, Scotsman, you'll be happy. I just enabled a mod that lengthens all the trains and adds so many variants and improved sounds. Can you guys still hear me? Is the engine too loud? Let me know, okay? How long I've been living in Singapore? Yeah, 7 years, I think, or less. That guy didn't know how to stop. Poor him. The new Cummins sound is just awesome. Definitely agree, Raddy. Welcome to the stream. Does anyone know if like a real Cascadia can have this kind of engine? Or are we making use of our creative freedom here? Little inaccurate, but sounds amazing just the same. Sounds good. Alright, thanks. Last of the default engines X15 are there. Ah, you're right. Yeah, I think that's a good point, Ark. So if you remove all the sound mods and just look at the default Cascadia, there should be 2 engine options: the Detroit Diesel 13, 15, 16, depending on the size, and oh, that's one way, and the Cummins X15, I think. So yeah, this might be a realistic setting. Some do. Mostly Detroit, but some carriers use X15. Cool, then we are perfectly realistic. I shouldn't feel guilty at all. Thank you. You mean a 2-stroke diesel? Oh, no, I think I don't understand that correctly. What's a 2-cycle diesel? Hey Sparrow, good evening. How are you? Thanks for joining. Geek Squad, glad you made it. How's it been, man? What have you been up to these days? I like the engine sound under the bridge there with the echo and everything. I like this one. You actually have to stop because the off-ramp from I-70 goes through there, so people coming from the interstate are exiting through here. So they have right of way because they'll be coming in fast. Very nice. Nice twist. I wish they could implement that you get a penalty. Like how you get a penalty when you beat the red light. I hope they can implement there's the longer train. That they can implement something that when you don't really stop, like stop to 0 at the stop sign, you get a penalty. That would be a good penalty to have. That would improve the habits of drivers like this one. Okay, like you really need to have to stop for a second and then go. And then if you just like slow down, you get the penalty. That guy got scared of me. Just have to make sure not to skip the garage, so I'll have to sleep for a while. Rolling stop, and they do ticket for you for that here. Rolling stop, is that what you call it? Like you don't really stop, you just like slow down? Yeah, that's what I understand. because we have a city in the Philippines. It's called Subic. Is it Subic? I think it's Subic. And it was formerly an Air Force base, I think, but it has close ties with the US, basically. So most of the rules there are based from the US. And in there, we also have the stop signs that you see here. And in there, there are really police officers at the intersections who are looking, are you stopping at the stop sign? And they give you a ticket if you only slow down. Or worse, if you don't slow down at all. 5 miles to stop. Rolling the stop sign. So that's illegal, right? Yeah. So you really have to stop, go to 0. That's what I heard. That's the rule also in Subic. I guess that comes from the American roots. US rules. Which make a lot of sense. That makes it a lot safer. And given that if they follow that stop sign, then you should be able to determine who gets right of way. Because if everyone, like in a 4-way intersection, right? If everyone needs to stop, then the first one who stops will be the first one to go as well. Easier way to determine who should go first. This is one way, so we should be able to stay here. The Detroit Diesel Series 71. It's a 2-stroke. 2-stroke. Is that the one in the Mac R? Yeah, that's the noisiest engine I've ever heard. That's the one. Both inline and V. So the layout is either the inline one, the one line, or the V sequence of the cylinders, right? Like most DD2 cycle engines, the 71 equipped with a blower. Oh yeah, that's definitely the one from the Mac R. I remember the 6V71 and the 8V71. Was it 6 or 8 cylinder variants maybe? That's the noisiest thing ever. Go deaf after you've driven a couple of minutes. Noticed in Kriechbaum 3. I don't see the traffic light. Cascadia also is 49X. The switches for the indicator are not SES. Really? So this one? Oh, good catch. The difference is very subtle. But now that you mention it, I think I notice it. I think it's a bit nicer. The screamer. Yeah, exactly. What? That's where that first came from, right? What did you say? I wonder what truck they'll add next. That's a good question. Is there still a missing brand, guys? For those who are in the US, do we still have a missing brand? There are for sure missing variants, missing models, but are all the main brands represented? At least those ones which are modern and still manufacturing. Let's take a photo here. The turbo whistle is very good as well. This is Denver indeed. Which view would be nice? Oh, have a look at the city over there. Maybe a Ford. Does the US still make Ford trucks? I think that's a Turkish thing now. All the main brands are now in the game. Oh, that looks great. The Cascadia on the top is a bit over the top, but I guess if you're flying, you'll see it immediately. Yeah. It's a bit excessive in my view though. But we'll take it anyway. What is OTR? On the road? A Peterbilt 352. Is that a classic? Sounds like a classic. Bought out by Sterling. Over the road. Ah, I see. DD13 sounds are quite nice, but they're a bit too, how do you say, refined in my view. Like they're probably realistic. I wouldn't know. But for me, having an American truck, you have to have that like more raw sounds. That's how I expect them to be, at least. Because those sounds, the DD13, isn't that the exact same engine as in the Actros? The OM471 or something? Just rebranded or changed a little, but mostly the same. So much so that when the Western Star first released, I think what we did was we copied over the Actros sounds over to the truck in ATS until Kriechbaum was able to do it properly. But I think he mostly did the same thing. Am I remembering it right, or is that completely a different engine? Oh, here we go. I forgot. Yes, we will be passing through I-70 again. 70 West, past the Glenwood Canyon, Eisenhower Tunnel, and all the good stuff. So prepare to be awestruck with the scenery, and prepare to pause a lot because we will be taking a lot of photos. Cab over Pete. I would imagine Alex was able to drive that already at one point here in Truck Sim. I would imagine there's a payware version there somewhere. It's one of the famous ones. Official Ford F-Max for ETS2. Yeah, that's something that they can implement, right? I mean, that's a proper European truck, I guess. They do have Turkey in the game, officially. So having a Turkish truck would sound pretty good. Oh, there you go. DD13, 15, 16 are basically Mercedes engines. We are making our way to Washington first, and then we'll somehow make our way to Canada. Somehow. Even so the transmission I have now, you can see we're in 11th gear. This guy only has 12 gears. It's a Detroit transmission. I haven't seen it before, but I guess it's very similar to, I wouldn't know, maybe it's similar to the transmission in Europe, in Mercedes trucks, because there are only 12 gears. But this one doesn't have a retarder, so that's very American. But then wait a minute. The Mercedes transmissions, I don't think they have a retarder either. I think they mostly use engine brake as well. So maybe in that sense it's also the same, maybe just a rebranding, huh? There are a couple of Peterbilt 352 mods out there. Yeah, figures. The only sad thing about this route that we're taking is we'll have to slow down later to 35 miles an hour. Imagine 35 miles on an interstate, right? But that's the way we should go, because I think it's going to be a steep downhill later on. I remember this in my time-lapse video. And can you still hear me? This is the peak. This is the loudest it will go, I think. In theory, the F-Max is part Turkish, part Chinese. Oh, really? Mixed breed. Nice. Panda is the 444 aficionado. I can't quite remember the sounds of a 444. Ooh, goodness, that echo. The Cummins N14. Was it? How do you read that? Is that loped or loped? What does it mean? I only saw that from Rubinicus, the loped variants. Very rough, very raw. There we go, Trucks 35. That's our cue. So I turned on the Jake brakes, and and then I'm on cruise control for 35 miles an hour. That should work ideally. There we go. Stay below the speed limit to be on the safe side. Yes, we did fly. I'm not sure if you were able to join last stream though, but we flew with some fancy jets. This the Citation CJ4 and Longitude. Very nice trucks. Oh my goodness, the scenery looks so good. Is it snowing yet there, guys, in the US? Anywhere where you're from? Is it time to whip out the winter mods yet? And does Grimes have it updated? I think if I'm reading through the ProMods media channel, so we have a specific channel for media partners. I think Jeff Favignano, when he released the Cascadia truck video, I think he also used the winter mod. I haven't tried for myself though. Might be nice. But I think it works for ProMods as well. ProMods Canada. You have snow here already? Wow. The route I'm in was closed by snow about a week ago. Oh, I see. So how do people go around this way? Is there an alternate route? Jake break of the 444, I mean. Use that engine for your trucks. Low idle. I don't understand. Sorry. My layman brain cannot comprehend what the low idle means. I don't even know what low means. Is that a normal word? Or is that used for engines only? Jake braking all the way. Good thing the Jake braking handle is slowing us down. I'm not even stepping on the brakes, as you guys can see on the overlay. Easy peasy. Got the dusting of snow at the moment. Oh, so snowing already starts. There we go. Getting back to 60 miles. So that means I can enable the winter mods then. That's great. You guys know of any that are working? I guess Grimes is only the one who makes these seasonal mods. I-70 right now, so this one got closed, huh? Chances are the alternate routes were close to. Crap, not the best time, huh? Yeah, truckers must have it really hard, huh? Because I can imagine, especially during the Christmas season, people are giving gifts, buying gifts, Amazon deliveries all over the place, logistics taking over, lots of grocery shopping, holiday shopping, so the trucks have to be really hard at work to deliver the goods, right? Our modern day superheroes, these truckers, they keep the products going. But with winter, in addition to the holiday season, and with roads closing down, I can imagine the challenges involved there, both safety and logistics, planning. Like the dispatchers probably have to reroute, change the truck plan, what do you call it, flight plan, truck plan, the route. Oh my goodness, this looks so beautiful. And with NPI tweaks, with the anti-aliasing perfectly done, oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Let's take a photo here in that winding road. Grimes winter mod actually caused some roads to be invisible at the moment. So there's a bug with it? Okay, I'll hold off on it and I will wait for an update. Thank you for the heads up. Isn't that neat? My goodness. Now I see the benefit of having a Cascadia on top there. You can see it from drone shots. Beautiful. Let's take one for the one shot of the truck. Overlay's broken. Did it freeze? Later when we unpause, it should update. Yeah, let me know if it's still broken then. That one does not look half bad. FLB would roar down this hill with Jake on. Oh yeah, I can imagine. With a DD. What kind of DD does it have? Does anyone know? With the FLB? Don't think that's the 60 series. Or maybe it is. I don't have a... Not sure. Gonna wait for a full update. Yeah, same with me. DD60, the loud one. Oh, that's my favorite. So you can use Z mods on it as well. I think you just need a compatibility patch. Man, I love this view. Everything just looks perfect. You guys think we'll get some anti-aliasing updates with 1.40? I have my doubts. I think they will focus on the lighting first. Not everyone is bothered with the default anti-aliasing. It's just me and some of the nitpicky guys. But some are pretty fine with it. So I guess it's not a major concern. Clumsy screenshot ready, exactly. Yeah, they had us in mind. I like it. It froze. Really? Well, I'm not really changing anything. I'm not really stepping on anything, so that should work. But at least the number of miles should change. Is it frozen for everybody? That normally doesn't happen. Maybe the lighting will help fix the flickering and so on. I have my doubts, to be honest. Unless they change the anti-aliasing itself or the way the shadows are rendered, I don't think that will affect things here, the flickering. Okay, 88 miles and not frozen. Okay, so then that's as expected. So how it works, guys, the overlay, it only records what I step on. It only records my input to the pedals. So if I have cruise control on, it doesn't record the gas, the acceleration that the cruise control is setting in. So that's expected. Isn't changing the lighting actually changing the shadows? I think from a development point of view it doesn't, because from what I learned recently, I was tweaking the shadow rendering in Explain before. There was a super smart guy who remade the entire way the shadows are rendered, and shadows are rendered in a very interesting manner in games. Imagine having two viewpoints. One viewpoint is us, right here on the truck. So this is rendering. But imagine another viewpoint, let's say from the sun looking down. From the sun's point of view, looking down, those would be the shadows. So that there are at least two renderings. One is us and one is from the sun's point of view as the shadow. And everything would be black. Everything would be rendered black, but from a different point of view. And then they would combine those two together. Now the trick is, I guess you can imagine rendering two scenes, one from us, one from the sun. It's going to be very heavy on performance, right? So the developers have come up with ways how to optimize this. Like they make the sun, the rendering from the sun's point of view, a little bit lower quality, for example, because it doesn't need to be as detailed, because you're not going to see as much as close, right? Or they make it different, like the things that are close to the player's point of view, they make it high resolution. The things that are far are lower resolution, something like that. And I'm not really sure what kind of implementation SCS has done already, but I think it's a flat thing. I don't think they use the dynamic size, because if you guys have fiddled with the config settings in the config file, the shadow settings in the config file, you'll see that there is a shadow size there, and you can set like 4096, 8192. There's even a shadow setting here in the graphic settings, right? I think it just changes the size for all the shadows, which is not really optimal. The optimal way is changing the shadow size depending on how far the object is. So there should be multiple sizes at the very least. And the trick is knowing when to transition from one size to the other. So I think there is a lot of optimization that can be done. Can improve the shadows without hurting the performance, even making the performance better. But yeah, I think changing the lighting doesn't automatically change the shadows, unfortunately, because of how the things are in the game development world. At least that's how I understand it. I've never done it myself, but that's what I read up on. Let me know if that makes sense or if it's all gibberish. Sorry. No worries, Tom. Yeah, it's not very common. The overlay is a bit confusing in that regard. It is Sid. Welcome back, man. It is the Cummins X15 sounds from Kriechbaum, included in his 3.4 mega pack. And I am loving it. Perfect for this truck. Sounds like an X15. Wow, good ears. I'm very bad at that. I'm very bad at distinguishing which engine it is. Like earlier in Jack's stream, I knew it was an FLB. Oh, train. Longer train. Thanks to the mod. Look how long that is. Yeah, still hasn't ended. Nice. Hopefully we get one in longer view later. So I'm very bad at determining the engine sounds. I just know if it's good or not. I think I mentioned this before. It's somehow similar to when I drink coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. I drink coffee twice a day, one in the morning, one after lunch. So I kind of have a taste if a coffee tastes good or not. I can determine it. But you know that level of like knowing the notes. Oh, this has a barky chocolate note. I don't know all that. I just know if it's good, or if it's a bland, or if it's stale, or if it's so it's like good or bad. That's the level I can go to. The same with engines. I know what if it's good to my ears or not, but I cannot distinguish which engine it is. Something along those lines. So I'm not sophisticated enough for it. But I am thankful that you guys are, because you are helping me out determining these things. 12th gear, 12th gear, 12th gear. It doesn't want to shift up. Let's see. There we go. That took a while. Welcome back, Panda. Thanks again for your compatibility patch. It made us survive that day before Kriechbaum released his own update. Appreciate it. I was able to record a couple of videos thanks to that one. You once asked on their stream there will be any shadows in the mirrors, and they ignored your question. Oh yeah, you're right. That's a good point. I didn't notice that. We actually don't have shadows there because I think reflections is another heavy hitter in terms of performance, right? If you can imagine 2 points of view, one from the truck and one from the sun, in terms of shadows, you can imagine more points of view for each of these reflections. I'm not sure if there could be like one single point of view for all the reflections, all the mirrors, because they all come from different angles, right? So I guess they have to be rendered differently. And if you put on top of that shadow rendering, that will get really slow. So I don't think they will be planning that anytime soon. They have to fix first the default shadows, and then maybe optimizing the reflections if there's a way. Come on. And then we'll see about shadows and reflections. Hey Richard, how are you, man? Glad to see you here on stream as well. How are things? I am excited as well, Geek Squad, for the new lighting. Yes, that's a good point, Panda. I was thinking of that as well. I want to have a convoy with you guys. Now, in terms of when, would you guys be available on the 24th? Because I'll be out on the 25th. on Christmas. That's 25th is the Friday for me. But I'll be out then. So I'm planning on streaming the day before. That's Thursday morning for me, Wednesday evening for you guys. So that's 23 evening for US folks, and 24 middle of the night for Europe folks. But it's 24 morning for me. I would like to have a convoy with you guys, you know, just enjoy, hang out together. Maybe go in ATS Truckers MP. Who knows, maybe ProMods will be available by then, because I think they're also planning to have ProMods Canada for ATS in Truckers MP. I'm not sure. But will you guys be available then? It will be a nice Christmas stream. And I did find my Santa outfit, so I will be donning the traditional Santa outfit for that stream as well. Leaving Colorado, entering Utah. Curse you, way stations. Yeah, the gearbox is a bit hesitant. Yeah, it's probably doing that. It saves up on the shifting up when you're uphill. Sometimes a bit too much. You're ready for the 24th. There we go, the Santa hat. Already has a ProMods Canada private test server. Hopefully it will be available by the 24th. If it is, we'll definitely be in there. So mark your calendars, guys. Let's all hang out together. Let's do a convoy. I'll announce it in all the channels later on if I remember. But this is the earliest heads up I could give. Yeah, I think regardless if ProMods releases or not, we'll be spending our time in ATS. Because Colorado will be there. Cascadia will be there. So 2020 is the year of ATS. Might as well spend our convoy in ATS for a change. Alright, Ark. Have a good one. If you're still here. Catch you next time, man. Happy weekend. The engine sounds so good. Definitely agree. Thank you, Kriechbaum, for the amazing work. Maybe with the new lighting, I'd have shadows in the mirrors. I have my doubts, but we can hope. Yeah, because of the things I mentioned a while ago, the shadow system is completely different from the lighting system, at least from as far as I understand. So unless they also focus on the shadows, I don't think we'll get it. I think focusing on the lighting is plenty of work enough. I think they are focusing on that first. But we'll see. But my forecast is they will focus mainly on the lighting and the skyboxes. Well, of course the textures as well, because it has to go hand in hand with the lighting. Yeah, Colorado, Cascadia, Kriechbaum, Canada, Oh, I just noticed. Kriechbaum should have C in his lettering. That way we would have all C's. The 5 C's. Colorado, Cascadia, Canada, Cabin, DLC, and Kriechbaum. Close enough. Yeah, I'll take that. Hey Ronald, thanks for joining the stream. How are you? I sure am liking those hood mirrors as well. Although I've seen reports that the hood mirrors I think are a bit too low. I'm not sure if in reality it should be this way, but I'm guessing SES did it right. They usually base it on real life specs. So what I did is I just elevated my point of view. Longer train height. Even have a smoke coming from there. Let's take a photo of it. The audio popped in suddenly though because the train came out of nowhere. Might be a bug or might be a... Whoa, look at how long that train is. My goodness. Wow. Wait a minute, is that real? So you have like 2 locos in front, you have all this, and then you have 2 in the middle. Do you have a layout of a train where you have 2 locos in the middle? That looks strange. Or is that back to back? Like that's one train, and that's one train. And in such a case, they don't have proper spacing. Okay, regardless, let's enjoy the company of these trains. I'm sure some of you guys will appreciate it. That one. Oh yeah, Kapitan. Yes, that's a good one, Lucy. Yeah, it's a C. The 5 C's of 2020. ATS. That would be a very nice title. Good job, guys. Rarely in the middle, that's what I thought. Just appears in mid-air. Oh my goodness, that sounds scary. Transcontinental trains have locomotives in multiple places. Oh, even in the middle? That sounds very strange. Oh, dang it. Capitan with a K. Yeah, you're right. Ah, that's okay. Let's put it at C. It'll break the pattern. Don't spoil it. Party pooper. Whoa. I like these plushy dice. And I also remembered to put both blue and red there, just in case we might anger some folks. Might get into political discussions. Better to have both colors to be on the safe side. Hey Airbus, glad you made it here, man. How have you been? Have you been spending your time in ATS? Flight sim maybe? I don't know why, but when I see Airbus's name, I immediately think of Emblem. Maybe sounds like the spellings are very similar from a first glance point of view. Good. Oh, I forgot to reroute. You guys want to reroute, or do you want to see the I-84 of Oregon? That one. Can we reroute still? Where are we now? Yeah, we're still in Utah. That one. So we'll pass Idaho and then pass through Oregon. We can keep that one. And we can check if there are yellow signs for the speed limit advisory or not. Alright, NL. Have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you next time. Stay safe. Discovery Channel, and there was a train about 2 miles long. Goodness. It had locals in the middle. Maybe for super long trains. I see. Beautiful. Definitely agree. Perfect optimization as well. Oh, there we go. Finally it shifted up. Oh, I can't. I was planning to overtake, but I saw that the lane was cutting off. Otherwise, we would have gotten a very clumsy situation again. The lounge sleeper with a table. Oh, does it have that variant? Oh yeah, I didn't show you the back yet. You have a couple of cabin accessories there. I like fiddling with it. So we have a dice here, a bulldog there, a cowboy there, some bottled water because we're playing healthy. Focus on playing, pretending to be healthy. A laptop on the right, a bag at the back, my wallet right there on the side, guitar case because I would like to play the. Can imagine if I'm a trucker, I would want to pass the time playing the guitar sometimes. And then there's like a fishing set there just because it looks cool. I have no idea how to fish. I never tried. At the reality show we're watching, some of the members are fishing. That's quite interesting. Although they're very bad at it as well. And by the reality show, you know what I mean already. You could see yourself driving this. For real? Abandoning the FLB for a time, switching to Cascadia? Say it isn't so. Oh yeah, the Ruta trailers, I still haven't bought them. That screenshot you had, Alex, looked super nice. The look of that trailer was... That wasn't from John Ruta though, was it? Why do we have lots of, how do you call this, igloos here? I think it's the first time I noticed this. Or at least the first time remembering I noticed this. Ruta has the best everything. Oh, also Lucy, by the way, I still have the Classic XL mod enabled, but I do have the cabin accessories working. So maybe it depends on the truck, huh? At least for the Cascadia it's working, I think. Maybe I'm missing some dots. Ah, the Bart Great Dane, yeah, that was the one. That looked very professional. I liked how it looked. The Bart Great Dane is the more expensive one, right? I remember us talking about it. John Ruta's is cheaper. You get more trailers for a cheaper cost, I think. But yeah, Bart's is really good as well. Oh, this looks great. So good. Ah, yeah, that's the one I don't have. I don't have those dots. Well, I do have those dots, but nothing comes up in the cup holder. The fridge... should there be a dot there? Yeah, that might make sense. That's probably what I'm missing then. Yeah, if you have Freightliner Classic, I think that causes a conflict. How about the interior-exterior reworks? I would expect that would cause problems as well. Oh, nice! I like the sounds. The smoke puffs, not so much, but I appreciate the effort. Find it funny though that Lucy's message almost got blocked. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, the Classic XL is causing conflicts, I think. Those are payware and should be available in the respective pages. I think with John Ruta, he has a Facebook page. With Bart, I'm not familiar. Maybe a Facebook page as well. In addition to this truck looking cool, I also love how it feels. I don't know how, but they are able to simulate it properly. Like I remember I was driving the Scania R the other day by RJL, and it just felt weird. I think the config I did, maybe with the tires I chose, with the trailer I chose, I'm guessing the front axle isn't fully on the ground, like it may be a bit raised. So as a result, the feedback on the wheel was very light. It didn't feel natural. But this one, the feedback is fully realistic. Well, I wouldn't know, but it feels as realistic as I would imagine. There we go with the long train again. Very nice. So with the train horn. But yeah, this one feels really flat on the ground. So the physics looks spot on. It's very bright. Merging on the left. Thank you. That was our first stutter. Welcome back, Rohan. Class is done? Or did you cut classes? Hopefully not. Facebook page also for Bart, I see. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, for John Ruda at least there should be a link in the mods list. Exclamation point mods as usual. If you look for the Freightliner Classic XL row in there, it should lead you to John Ruda's Facebook page if you're interested in buying it. Jake Break is quite nice as well. Yeah, the quiz finished early. Look at you. Star student. Nice. It does have a Mercedes feel. It does, right? Daimler, was it? Yeah, Daimler. You hear a Steam logo. Was it that one? I heard something. Oh, I should have peeked out. That's a nice find, Alex. Adds a lot of... Initially, I wasn't too interested in it because I don't like waiting too long at the level crossing when a train is passing by. But I didn't realize that... I mean, you see trains all over the place. So whenever you're just driving, even if there are no level crossings, a train could pass by on your right and you get to see that nicer look if it's longer, if there's more variety, if the sounds are better. So cool. Good find there. About pizza, I wouldn't be surprised. Borrowed from MP4, both Cascadia and 49X. I like that meme. That meme that showed... what was it? The Toy Story meme about the Western Star and the Cascadia. Bye 49X. The Rohan ate his homework, literally. My face feels so itchy and stuff. Weird. Good evening. Let's do that again. Good evening, Harry. How are you? Glad you could join today. US6. Nice hissing. A tracer thing. Dr. Monster, yes, in a way. Tracks my head movements. So these are actually reflectors. These three. But the main device is sitting on top of my monitor, which is tracking these reflectors. It's called TrackIR. Tracker. Made me wonder now how you read the thing. Maybe it was supposedly track here all along. It sounds funny though. Underpasses are too bright. They should be darker. Yeah, they should be filled with soot from the exhaust of the vehicles. Trying to look for one of them. They do have a website and they ship internationally, I think. The shipping cost might be pricey though. But yeah, if you Google it, there should be something. I was able to find a local supplier here in Singapore. You're doing good. Awesome. I'm loving it, man. This is the perfect modern truck. Now this feels like the US. Because I think this is the most common truck in the US, right? Did I get it right? You see Cascadias everywhere. And for the longest time, we were missing these. So glad to see we finally have it. But that's a good point. Do we have it in AI? Not yet, I think, huh? Because usually when the truck releases, it takes a couple of updates before the AI version releases. Because they have to model in additional versions, the low quality models for the AI, the LODs. Face track, no IR. Yeah, that's a good start. It's not the best, I heard, but it's a good start to get used to get the feel of it. Turn on the lights here. That sunset. Yeah. Cascadia and VNL everywhere. It's in the AI already. Wow. Cool. That was fast. Okay, I'll have to look. Let me know when you spot something, okay? I hope none of my traffic mods are conflicting with it. They shouldn't. Your message did not send. Did you block yourself? Didn't see them often in New York. That's great. If you're in New York, my impression is you should be able to get a track IR fairly easily. If I got one all the way here in Singapore, New York should be no problem, I imagine. But I don't know, really. Good luck, man. Hope you find something. Oh, I'm mixing stuff, actually. It's Monsters looking for one. My bad. Where are you from, Monster? Ah, yeah, that sunset. I'm going to miss NL. And of course, we'll take a photo of that. Of course. Wrong button. Ah, yes, Discovery episode. I actually haven't watched the previous one yet, so that would be nice. I can binge a little. I'm still watching the Umbrella Academy, now in Season 2. I like it better, actually. Season 2 looks better so far. But maybe it's mainly because I'm getting used to the characters now and the weirdness. Season 1 I didn't like so much, but I guess it has to build up the story first. There are some series like that. Stay here because the AI will for sure merge into my lane. This guy will slow down. Once you know how AI behaves, you can sometimes preempt the weirdness. You saw 49X in AI. I haven't seen Cascadia yet here. Yeah, it's a mix of EU trucks and Asian ones. We have the Hino, the Fuso. We also have the Volvos, the Scanias, but definitely not American trucks. Bypassing the way station. Look at that. NL is the GOAT. I didn't know what GOAT meant before. I think I had to Google it, or I encountered it somewhere and it's like, so that's a good thing. Kids these days. No, I don't announce anymore on YouTube. I'm too lazy. I mean, if you know, you know. And if you don't, then you'll see it in YouTube the next day. And then hopefully by next week you'll join. 1.40 will look something like this. Who knows, maybe it will be even better. They added it to Trucker's MP2. That's great to hear. That was fast. Yeah, NL might not be continuing anymore. The Discord server closed. And there has been no update from Kirill, the mod author, since 2020. So, looks like he's done with modding, unfortunately. So, I don't think we can rely on NL for the foreseeable future. It is on its last legs, as they say. Stepped over there. No, Kirill didn't reply to me. I think he's a bit busy with real life. Scania and MAN are expanding and growing in Southeast Asia. Oh, that's great to hear. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Snapshot. I see a couple of Scanias and MANs here too, but all of them are the smaller variants. That got me. Almost jumped out of my seat. Welcome to Idaho. So for example, the MAN, we don't have a TGX here. At least I've never seen one. We do have plenty of TGSs though. S for Sierra. And the Scania, usually we have the Scania P, I think, or was it the G? Can't remember. But yeah, all the smaller variants. Working secretly with SES for the weather. Oh, that would be great. Maybe he is responsible for 1.40. One can hope. Who knows, right? Well, hopefully, wherever he is, he's okay, he's safe. And he was still is, a great contributor in the community, so I wish him well. Did Kirill get hired by SES? Yeah, that one. That's a good theory. Maybe. Would make sense why 1.40 is out or is going out. Maybe that's his handiwork. Yeah, the new lighting from SES looks very good. Looks so real and very natural looking, nothing excessive. So I'm really looking forward to it as well. Wow, lucky. I think I'm getting a bit of Jack's luck now, the way station. Yes, this is from Kriechbaum Cummins X15 to be exact. Scaling issue, give that back. No. Scaling issue with 1.4D. What is the scaling issue? Oh, it's night again. We have to get some sleep. One sec. Switch over to the map here. Oh, we just passed the rest area. Woo! Oh, the draw distance. I have my doubts. I think that's a very different topic from lighting. I wouldn't expect anything more than the lighting update. Because that in itself is a huge amount of work already. And I'm sure there will be plenty of bugs to iron out. What is this guy? There's actually a triple trailer. I don't see these guys often. Nice. I wonder if that's from a mod, or did the SCS unlock those already? Because I remember before they had them in the definition files, but they were like commented out, so you couldn't see any triples on traffic. It's ready when it's ready. Exactly. 1:1. If it's 1:1, maybe we are just finishing California now. Maybe not even. We'll get an announcement from SCS. ATS will release in 5 years with California. Kind of the release date. Yeah, no one knows. I don't think even ProMods team knows. They would have an idea what they need to do still, but I guess it's more focused on what needs to be done, and when those things are done, then they will release. So they don't have an exact date, I doubt. The last time I heard from Skull, they were looking for a Malaysian translator for the webpage, and he said it was holding back the ProMods Canada release. So if anyone knows how to speak Malay, let me know, and I will link you up with Skull. I'm not sure if they still need it though, but there might be some other pending items as well. What? Big stutter? Ooh, nice trailer. What year do you think ATS will reach the East Coast? I know, right? 2030. You have some ideas? Sure, shoot. The community is amazing with these ideas. I think it's mainly SCS is the bottleneck for sure. Oh, yeah. It's a bit of a sudden braking, bro. Sure know what we want. Smoke that guy. Oh, I missed it. Maybe he didn't realize. Is this a rest area? I guess so. Beautiful sounds. 3,000 seasons. Yeah, I wonder if they have that as part of their roadmap. I guess technically speaking, it's not that hard, because I guess it mainly involves texture changes and lighting changes, maybe, like sunset, sunrise. But in terms of manpower, creating all those different textures and then implementing some kind of month system, and based on the month we're in, the season would change. But yeah, it doesn't sound impossible. I guess it's mainly a priority thing. If they're willing to focus resources for that feature. Have they shared anything with regard to seasons in the Q&A. I think someone followed as well. Thank you for following, guys. Sorry I missed your names. Feel free to join us in chat so we can welcome you properly as a community. AA will be with the new lighting. To be honest, I'm not expecting much. With the lighting update, I'm really just expecting the lighting. The lighting, the skybox, and the textures. I don't think it will increase the draw distance. I don't think it will improve the shadows. I don't think it will improve the anti-aliasing. Unless they add those in specifically. But I'm not keeping my hopes up. I will be happy enough with the lighting for now. As long as they make it good. And so far, it looks very good. The other day, wind blowing the trees. It's like, just adjusting the lighting. In ATS, you saw trees moving. More like with seasons, wind speed and force. Just the basic one. Don't the trees move in ATS? Yeah, I remember some of them move in one of these. I didn't really look hard enough because normally we just pass by a tree. We didn't have too much time looking at it. Yeah, I think the movement will be icing on the cake. Even if they're stationary, as long as they look good, I'll be pretty happy for now. Now that's the bad one, yeah. The 2D trees are the bad ones. They look so fake. The other kind, it's still 1380. Lower the FOV to see things passing by slower. Yeah, that's true. Lowering the FOV, people don't like it so much. I guess it's like that. I remember I tried it at one point. Lots of people complained in the comments it was too zoomed in. I guess because people aren't very accustomed to that kind of FOV, and when driving like this, there is some kind of preference that you kind of see the truck as well, because it is part of the appeal, which makes sense. Where do I go? Here? Okay. The warp command, yeah, I don't like the warp. I don't like change. I don't like the idea of slowing down the game time, even if it's non-recognizable. For me, the default one looks good, like this one. It's great enough for me. I don't have any complaints. When I play in triple monitor, though, I usually set the FOV much closer, much narrower. Like I usually go 55 or even 50 on the FOV because you get triple screens, so it looks much better, much more realistic. You can make time lapse with that command. Yeah, that's what I did before. If you guys remember that video where I showed the 4 different graphics modes in ATS, like in a quadrant, one each quadrant, I used the warp command there, so I didn't actually wait for hours for the weather to transition. It's a good way to test how graphics mode looks like. It's probably not foolproof. Maybe there are some details that you miss out, but for the most part, it should reflect. You should be able to see how the graphics mode will look like at certain times of the day for a fraction of the time. Make sure you remove the traffic first though, otherwise it will lag very bad. I think the highest you can go is warp 10. I don't think you can go any higher than that. But yeah, if you go warp 10 immediately, your game will become a slideshow simulator, so make sure to turn off traffic first, G traffic 0 before setting warp to 10. Only use known truck routes. Keep you away from areas that trucks aren't allowed. Some of the events have that cone or that sign that they put in, so you have an indication, like especially in ATS you get these two like orange diamonds on both sides of the road, so you know that something is up. So that's a good early warning device. But yeah, some accidents don't, which is quite realistic. But that's true, if you get like Waze or some other app, probably would see the accident well in advance because of that application. So that can be implemented. I don't know if that's going to be high priority though. It's a very nice idea, very adds to the immersion definitely. In the truck routes, the known ones, I think those are normally implemented by default already. Like by default, we only get roads that trucks drive in. And when they don't, when we have roads that trucks don't drive in, I think that's like in Yosemite, where you have like where you get a penalty if you're hauling a trailer in. So I think normally the game tries to avoid those anyway. So maybe to a point that's already built in. Best use for graphic time-lapse, yeah, true. Maybe that's not something they want to advocate, huh?
A few moments later.
In a trucking game that tries to simulate real life and proper procedures as legal as possible, maybe they don't want to follow that. Sorry, I'm trying to read your name. Can I call you Bio? Thanks for joining. Nice claiming of the points there. Oh, that one. This one doesn't have any cones in front, huh? Which makes sense. I guess it's not really hogging any lane. It's on the shoulder. That's fine. Yeah, Waze mod would be nice. Yeah. Officer reported ahead, or something like that, right? Is what Waze says. Waze is the lifesaver app, especially in the Philippines. Nowadays, it's not recommended that you drive without Waze. Because in addition to those like potholes or accidents, the most important feature from Waze is its navigation with traffic in mind. And it's like crowdsourced, so the more users there are, the more accurate it is. Oh, it's my most hated skybox. I absolutely hate this skybox. So yeah, oftentimes Waze would route you depending on the traffic level. So sometimes it would take you along the small alleyways and stuff just to avoid the traffic. But it's been pretty reliable. The the past few years. It's good. Implement VTC. Oh yeah, that would be great. Like the VTC getting built into SCS, that would be awesome. Or even in the world of trucks. I remember they had plans of expanding that, but we haven't heard a lot about it since. Like, look at this, it's 11:30 in the morning. I guess that should be like overcast skies, right? Like clouds the entire way. And it kind of looks like that from this view. But from this view, it just looks gray. Yeah. Definitely the worst skybox for me from NL. Not a fan. On his side, 1,000 feet ahead. Sleepy truck. Few meters. Yeah, same here, Geek Squad. Clumsy off the hill. Yeah, I wonder which direction SCS will go. There are so many areas that they could expand to. What do you guys think they're working on? Lighting updates has been confirmed. What's next, do you think? If you would speculate. In addition to continuously expanding the map and adding more trucks, what other features do you think they have planned for us? Or do you think they'll focus on graphics? I'm down with that. Skybox looks like graphics mod error. I thought so initially, but if you look outside, it actually looks quite nice. So I think it's mainly just a wrong skybox. Yes, I would like to learn how. How do you find what the name of this skybox is, Jay? Any hints? I would gladly remove it from my list. Oh yeah, here we go with unfriendly. Are we still in Idaho? Why do we have these unfriendly bends? Or are we in Oregon now? Let me see. Ah, I knew it. I knew it. This is the one, right? I-84. No yellow signs, just complete speed limit. Not clumsy proofed, confirmed. Oh, we do have one here, but we didn't have one there. Back there when it was still 80 miles per hour, where it would have been critical. So I think we're missing some signs here. Here though, it's good. So maybe it's just that one junction. Just try and open all the image files. Okay. If I feel in the mood enough to hunt for it. I hope they fix the AI first. That's very true. That's a good point. Quite interesting as well. We have a 65 mile speed limit, and then you have that yellow sign. That's also 65. Oh, but then I guess for cars it would be 70. Okay, maybe that makes sense. And why is this truck super slow? And these two trucks are side by side, trying to race each other, taking hours to do so. Flatbed cargo revamp. Take 2 loads. Oh my goodness, that is my most requested feature. The multi-drop function. Yes, that is what I have been waiting for the longest time. I mentioned before that I wanted to have I am planning to create a new profile, start a new season in YouTube when they finally implement multi-drops, but I don't think they will. At least not in the immediate future. I've not heard anything about it, at least. I wish though, I wish. Because it would add so much life. Oh! Nothing happened.
A few moments later.
Hey, down. You want that voice, Jack, for your sound alerts? Oh! Save a replay of that. Random sound. I'll take it. Downtown, how are you, man? Have you been trucking around? Or have you been flying? The AI roundabout's so bad, that's true. They give way while they're inside the roundabouts. Made the mistake of trying ATS 2 in VR. Oh, you like it, huh? Nice. It's very promising. I have not tried ATS 2 on VR yet, so I don't have a VR headset. Yeah, I'm not such a fan of VR yet. You would say I'm a late bloomer, maybe? Yeah, I'm a bit pessimistic about VR still. I know it has potential, but I'm not sure if we're there yet. You play in VR as well and it's epic. Oh, wow. It's very reassuring. Maybe the future is nearer than I thought. Little bit of both. Same with me. It's a bit of a hassle. How do you switch gears? How do you switch your equipment? So I normally have to do it the classic way, just unscrewing one at a time. The steering wheel, switching it out. It's not that much of a hassle, but who knows. I know they sell those like quick foldable things where you just mount the stuff there, but they don't look very comfortable. I have not found a solution yet. Contact the other AI drivers on the road using CB radio. Ask about weather in traffic. Ah, I didn't know that was a thing. Cool. Yeah, well, I guess they have to implement a fixed weather in traffic system first. Amazing how much was implemented before in older games, huh? The way multiplayer works. Yeah. I wish that can be done. A private server, like in Farm Sim. Exactly. I would want that, definitely. If that was available, that's where I would be trucking in every single time. And you guys can join. The subscribers, the usual stuff can join in and we can all hang out and have the same mods. That would be great. Hey Mike. Yeah, and it's a very valid question. It's hard to explain. Hey London. Is that you, Alex? Did I remember correctly now? I think Jay gave me some pointers. I sound so French Canadian. I'm Filipino. Maybe there are some similarities with the accent, maybe not. Hey Sid. Yes, no problem, man. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out. Behave yourselves, guys. The other Alex is here. Alexes are good guys. too obvious. There you go. Yeah, the answer, Mike, is very hard to explain. You have to play it yourself to understand, because yeah, there is some secret sauce, some magic ingredient that no one can explain. You only feel it when you play it. So for myself, I'll tell the story again here for those who haven't heard it yet. I only got into truck sim because I won a giveaway. Kirales was holding a giveaway when ATS, this game, American Truck Sim, was being released. And I had no interest in trucks whatsoever, no interest in the game whatsoever. But I won the giveaway, it's free, why not try it? And when I tried it, I was only using a keyboard and mouse. I absolutely love the idea of parking. I love the way, how you, like, parking a trailer is so different from parking a normal car. And I love the challenge, the excitement in the driving itself. From there, I upgraded to like an Xbox controller, bought a wheel, bought a track IR, and all this stuff, and now we're here. So yeah, that giveaway that I won was the start of it all. Not giving your bonus back. Thanks for joining. How should I call you? Is it Alex, Alexander, or London you prefer? Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate the company. And thanks for all the things you do for the community. Welcome back, Scotsman. Alex Inception. You guys want to be truckers in real life? Yeah, I got that question as well, if I wanted to be a trucker in real life. The honest answer is no. As much as I admire truckers, I don't want to live their life. I think it's very challenging. But I would gladly play it in the simulator, you know, so I can get the good stuff and throw away the bad stuff, the challenging stuff. Just stick with the nice ones, the nice areas. That's the beauty of simulators. You can cut away the parts you don't like, keep only the ones you do. Yeah, exactly, Jack. Yeah. You only, because we can try to explain it as much as we can. It's relaxing, it's soothing, it gives you a way to travel the world in a way, but it's hard to sell that idea to someone. I don't think it convinces anyone. So the best advice I can give is give it a try. I think there's still a Steam sale going on. It's I think only $5 for the base game. Just try it out. I think there's even a free demo of ETS2 in the SES website if it's still there. Let's try it out and see if you like it. And maybe the magic will show itself to you as well. It's always hard to explain someone what truck sim is. Just give them the wheel. Exactly. Exactly. Alright, I'll stick with London for now, just so we have Alex as the other Alex. And London as London. What's that icon, by the way, beside your name? Does that say 19? Sorry, the font is a bit small for me. First time I've seen that icon, I think. And sorry guys, I'm a bit behind chat. You knew we were in trouble when you're enjoying ATS too much. And you immediately wanted to play it. Oh! Are we in Oregon? Not clumsy proof. Are we in Oregon? Oh no, we're in Washington already. I have no excuse. I have no excuse. No. Let's analyze this. This road is not properly built. TwitchCon 2019. I see. That makes sense. One second. Let's analyze this. Thankfully, I am not in a World of Trucks contract. This is why I don't like doing those contracts, because there is no rewind. There's no teleport. It said 60, right? It said 60. There was no yellow sign. Oh, there was crap. 55. Were we at 55? I probably... what else can I blame? The sun was shining on my eyes. Cascadia probably doesn't want to be taking a screenshot of that. Oh, it's alive. Thankfully, we have some workarounds in place. Alright, let's keep that in. It's a bug. I think the bug is sitting somewhere in between the monitor and the chair. It's a big bug. Rubber side up again. Yeah, Gamaste told us already. I don't think we managed that fairly well. Want something similar to SnowRunner. Air releasing randomly from the compressor. I think I hear that in some of the trucks. Like, oh, yeah, that one. Right? Exactly that one. Oh no! I didn't know we were that broken. Dead stick. There we go. No excuses. Dang it, I thought they could get away with it. I shouldn't have looked for the yellow sign. Crap. That new Cascadia looks... From that angle, sleeping soundly. Yeah. Truck is snoring, that's the one. That's what all the shaking was for. Yeah. No, I'm using a cheat. I'm using a developer mode where you can teleport. Normally, if you do that, you have to go through like emergency services. Like if you see there in the lower right, view services and adjustments. Normally, you would have to like get towed or something, and you would see yourself in the nearest truck shop. So they would tow you there, and you can start from there again. But I don't like the hassle, so just teleport. Cheater. Your game just crashed in final approach to JFK. Oh my goodness, that's the Mexico to JFK one, right? Oh my goodness. Sorry to hear that, man. You know the cause? Welcome to Yakima. Am I reading that right? Nope. It's cutting off 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55. Oh, we're at 55? Did you see how hard I had to step on the brake there? In the overlay? You see my face crumple with effort? We made it though, no accidents here. Cheating? Yeah, that's the one. We can blame downtown. I was reading his chat when I was turning. Downtown behave. This is a morning stream from me, London. Sorry. Late reply. Oh, that's great. Let me know when travel is possible again. Maybe we can meet up. Yeah, I heard Oscar is from Singapore. It's amazing how you can stay up late for your streams. I am snoring already by that time. Normally your streams are 12 midnight here. Oscar is the same guy who is doing the dashboards, right? The real dashboards. I love his work. I have it most of the time for my trucks whenever it's available. Buy you a new truck and this is how you treat it. Yeah, I stream at very weird times. I guess normally people don't stream in the morning, they would rather stream at night. But my schedule is a bit weird that way. I oftentimes work much earlier in the morning, like 6 a.m. and then I continue working in the afternoon. And then I take this break in between. But I am a morning person, so I guess that kind of makes sense. For Freightliner, nothing happened. Still A-okay. Except for the engine malfunction and stuff. Let's see. Is there a repair shop here? Running out of fuel. All the bad things that could happen are happening. What is this, Murphy's Law? 1 second. Okay, we have something. I see a mechanic up ahead. Fix me. Can't look. The no GPS challenge. Oh, please no. Actually, yeah, in Colorado, I think we can do it. Colorado, Washington, Idaho maybe can be a thing. Because the way things are, how detailed the signs are, except for that junction. That junction was missing signs. I'm sticking with that statement. Yeah, I think I can actually do like a no GPS challenge. Or at the very least, I can write down instructions. You know how they did it in the olden days? Oh, past this tree, turn left. Past the gas station, turn right. Yeah, using landmarks for that. But yes, I can list them down. Then we can turn off the GPS. And then let's do a no GPS challenge in the next stream. That sounds like a good idea. Emergency braking assistant. Oh, I'm a platinum member there. Platinum member in the emergency braking assistance, emergency assistance companies. My loyalty points are up the roof. Getting better. Yeah, we call it road testing. So I think the Cascadia needs a bit of tweaking. It needs like, I don't know, 10 wheels or something to be more stable for me to drive in. No, don't forget to fuel up. Almost forgot it. Okay, you only driving this truck. I think you're safe. I think it's only unsafe for me. I think this one is for cars. That one is for trucks, and we are on the opposite side. Okay, let's do this properly. I'll turn around. It was past AM for him. He's gotten used to doing EU time zones. Oh, he's good. He worked remotely from Singapore doing mainly licensing work. And he's the one from the dashboards. Cool stuff. Well, you guys are great that you have that model that you can employ people remotely. I think one other guy who works remote is Nat Vander, right? Was he from Australia or something? Oh, Nat Vander, he's one of the good guys as well. Amazing work on the signage. You know it's Nat Vander who's working on something when you see signs filled over the place. Nat Vander might have missed that junction though. That bend. Still sticking with it. Oh, you're half Filipino. That's cool. Yeah, Filipino. This accent is Filipino. Mostly. Just a little bit of twang in there. Maybe not. Time to see the damage. No damage. It's all in the mind. Sound fixes mod. Seatbelts. Key in. Perfect timing. Love it. Glad that drives safely was able to get the hang of F mod and implement that again. I missed that for a while. FLB stays. Boo! Cascadia! Go for the Cascadia, it's an amazing truck. Just not clumsy proof. One sec, how do you get there? Oh, there's a left turn. A co-driver in car racing, yeah. Easy left, easy right. Which game was that? Or was that in a rally? I still remember that sound. I think it was a Sega game, arcade rally game or something. There we go. We're saved. See, I'm not the only one with goldfish memory here. Oh, look at that. Oh, shame, shame. 13% of the chassis, 11 in the cabin. Let's forget that ever happened. No damage whatsoever. Yeah, he's been working for a long time for SCS since was it Oregon DLC? Even before, but he worked initially in Arizona, added lots of signs there. He is in Australia, cool. Sending the bill to that van. Yeah, what time is it there? Maybe around noon or afternoon, depending on which side of Australia he's in. They have so many time zones in Australia. Good day, mate. That's the right one, right? Probably not executed correctly, but that's the right phrase. Finally. Why am I getting this bill? What? I nailed that accent. Wouldn't be able to tell from a local. See? I follow stop signs. I probably don't follow the double line, yellow lines though. I guess it's not safe, not legal to cross there. But the GPS says it's okay, so let's follow it. Tempted to try it yourself. Yeah, I tried it before. It's great. I tried it in a very old video. It works. Like I think I tried it in one of Nat Vander's. I think back when Nat Vander wasn't with SCS yet. He made the re-signing project for ATS, and the signage across California was so good, I was confident to do the new GPS challenge, and it worked. For the most part, I think. Maybe not fully. Crikey. Is Crikey theirs? Oh yeah, I think the famous Australian guy who passed away, unfortunately, had that expression. What is his name? The guy who was with the wildlife, always with the wildlife. Yeah, sad turn of events on that one. Colorado new GPS challenge, I think so, especially for you downtown. Should know it like the back of your hand. Is that the expression? 2:30 a.m. Oh my goodness, London. Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate the company and thanks for gracing us with your presence. And that's no exaggeration. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Means a lot. Definitely we'll keep in touch and looking forward to all the surprises you have for us. Yes, I have your work email. I actually didn't realize that was you before. And then I was like, is this Alex? Yes, this is Alex. Alexander. Cool. So yes, I have it. Thank you and catch you soon. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. Steve Irwin. Yes, that's the one. Yes. Yeah, I heard that his son is taking after him though, so that's good. I think his son is going, what is the expression? Following his footsteps, that's the one. So he's also into animals and is really getting into that groove from the last one I think I've heard. Alex Power. Like a body spray. Why not? Thanks, man. Stay safe. His son has been on many late night shows too. Oh, has he? That's great to hear. Yeah. His father must be so proud of him. It's great. London is coming out for OMSI. Ooh. I've quit OMSI though. Probably not. I got too frustrated with OMSI. It's too hardcore. It's not really hardcore as a term. It's too unstable for me. Like on one end it would be running nicely and it would just crash. Hey, that sounds familiar. But then it has poor graphics, so it doesn't buy anything. So yeah, it doesn't have it going for it. But if you have great graphics but you crash randomly, then you kind of get the pass. But if you have poor graphics and you crash randomly, you're out of the game. I think that's discrimination. But yeah, I have stopped playing OMSI. I just got too frustrated with it. Although, admittedly, it still is the best bus simulator out there, because there are some other bus games that are nice, but they're not as hardcore, not as simulatory as OMSI is. So, in my eyes at least, it's as hardcore as a simulator you can get, but it's just too old. Wenachi, Washington apples, anyone? OMSI to find Big Ben? Oh, I wouldn't be able to manage it. No chance. No! Hashtag save Big Ben. That needs to be a thing. Yeah, true, I rage quit OMSI. I remember it so good though. What was that bus? I had a favorite bus. It was a Mercedes one, but the DLC didn't have the license for it, so I think they didn't label it as a Mercedes bus. I think it started with an O. Oh, I forgot. Isuzu bus. But yeah, it was like a classic looking bus with the best sounds ever, and it just felt so real. If only there could be like an OMSI 2. But then there is the bus by TML Studios. It looks... I saw a video from TML Studios. They recently released something. They were just in the menus. They didn't show the actual gameplay. But the menu was showing how comprehensive the busing, the economy system is. Like actual timetables, managing the timetables yourself. So it does look pretty hardcore from that point of view. So I'm hoping that the buses also themselves have this everything in there, like the IBIS system or whatever you call it, if I forgot. That's the one I really like. That makes it really feel like a bus simulator. And you have to program the IBIS. Is it IBIS? Yeah, I think so. With pine apples. Kind of made me remember that song. Did you guys hear that? Did that reach your shores? I have a pen. I have an apple. That became a thing, right? Apple pen. Did that reach the US? No. Well, I think it definitely reached India. Huh? Stop. But don't sound alert. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's perfect for the dad jokes. My goodness, that's a good idea. Can someone look for it for me? Maybe there is already one. But there's a level crossing. should go and do some train spotting. Sorry guys, I'm just focusing on the parking. Give me a few seconds, huh? I'll get back to chat in a bit. I think we're hitting that side. We're close, but it should be okay. Will we do this in one go? Oh, we managed in one go. Let's look for the train. There it is. It's pretty loud, isn't it? Look how long that train is. Now that's a proper train. Although if you're sitting right here, might take a while. Might take a while. It reached the US, unfortunately. Hey! Why did I get damaged? Oh man. And I'm wondering why I got damaged. The nerve. Right, now let's see. Ah, there we go. Something that at least crosses over to Canada. Let's go with that. Can be as good as Badger. That is on a completely different level. Now, the crossing over to Canada. Oh yes, that's the perfect road. That's the only border that I haven't been to yet. Even on the left side, the right side in Osoyos, and this one. I have not been there yet. Okay, can we manage 20 minutes? I think it will be tight though. We can sleep first. You know what I'll do? I know what I'll do. 1 second. Good morning. Did it work? Did it work? We have been sneak cheated. It worked. It worked, alright. I did it. I slept. Yeah. Sleeping in the stream. One sec, let me fix my mic. It's obvious what I did. Oh, sorry. That must be not Vander's car. Good. Somehow you don't feel rested. You feel cheated more like. Oh, is that? I like that sign. Wenatchee Avenue, and there's an apple in there. Nice attention to detail. Looks like the dog is disappointed in me though. Keeps shaking its head. It's been shaking its head for 3 hours. Your Mustang. Oops, sorry. Wasn't me. Man, this is perfect timing, Kriechbaum's release. Getting showered with this kind of engine sound. When you were in the dorms at college, someone left that going at full volume. Pineapple pen? Oh, what punishment is that? Finally flipped their breaker switch to their room. Oh, that was the only choice. Sacrifice. Take one for the team. Oh, Badger. Yeah. someone really play that? My goodness. 10 hours worth of Badger. How do people come up with this stuff? Some people have amazing minds, don't they? I'm not sure if creative is the word I can use there. Creative doesn't seem superlative enough. I could never in a million years make up something like Badger. That is artistry at its highest peak. There's already. It's not enough. 10 hours only? Put it in a playlist, put it on repeat. Oh, that looks so good. I want to find the perfect angle for it though. The goal for this stream is to at least reach Canada, so at least the title is a bit accurate. Because it did say Cascadia to Canada. In the Cascadia part, we have pretty much locked down, but the Canada part, not yet. I think that's our thumbnail, guys. You might have a winner here. Beautiful. Gandalf saxophone meme. I don't think I know that. What's it about? Like Gandalf, the you shall not pass Gandalf? The Gandalf actor is the same actor as in Magneto, isn't he? Is he the same actor? I'm mixing stuff up yet, I think. Oh man, Jack stole back his luck. Need to stop at the way station again. Does anyone know what that +3 means in the middle of the dashboard? Is this dashboard the same exact one as in the Western Star? Because it does look very familiar. And it looks awfully similar to an Actros dashboard. Guess that kind of makes sense, huh? I think I know what the +3 is. I think the +3 is the cruise control setting I have for gameplay. If I choose the tolerance here, that's the 3 miles per hour. Yeah, what Panda said. Exactly. So if I put this at 0, that should say 0. Yeah, +0. Nice. I didn't know that was a real setting, like a setting in real life. Cool. Yeah, I put it at 3 miles just so it's not too rigid. I can go beyond the cruise control setting I put in. Good call. Gandalf nodding his head to a saxophone tune was okay, thanks. There's a new meme, well, relatively new, that's been making the rounds. You know this cat that's bobbing its head? Like, and then they put that as the foreground and they put anything in the background. I don't really get it yet, but I've seen that in my feed a couple of times. Different videos, but same cat. And I'm not sure what the story is with that cat, where it came from. Oh my goodness, Washington looks so good, doesn't it? Has pretty similar feels with Colorado. Drumming and cat guy. Yeah, that's the one. Cascadia 49X and MP4 all share the similar dashboard UI. Ah, there you go. All tail. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, they share the same dashboard, the same engine, the same transmission even maybe. It's rebranding. is a Cascadia more famous than a Western Star though? If they're both from Daimler. Steam train! Yeah! We got a sneak peek of it. Nice! And the train is still going. Cool. It's a bit too loud, but I like it. The Cummins X15 from Kriechbaum. This is a new one with recorded sounds from his friend, and then he remixed it. I think the sounds are from a K200, if I remember correctly. So this is with their own recordings basically. The Western Star is a short, heavy haul truck. Cascadia is a long haul, more practical truck. Ah, I see. That's why you see the Cascadia more in the highways, because it's built more for highways for the long hauls. The Western Star more for heavy duty stuff. Man, I'm loving that mod. Who knew adding more trains in could add so much of immersive feels? More for over-the-road OTR. I know it now. What's the opposite of OTR? What is the... Because if you... Is there a UTR, under the road? Seems like a bit of a weird acronym. Non-DR. Not on the road. NOTR. Yeah, kind of a weird acronym. It's also the most fuel efficient when it comes to aerodynamics. I can get behind that. I can understand why. And it looks cool as heck, doesn't it? No complaints here. Oh, beautiful for trucking overall. Are we in Canada yet? Not yet, but feels like it, huh? The way these mountains look. Have I been through this road before? This is very nice. Highway 2. Very cool looking. Jake brake is taking us all the way. It's nice, I can balance turning on and off the jake brake by just stepping on the gas just a little bit like that, or releasing my foot off triggers the jake brake again, so I don't have to continue reaching for the switch every time. Very nice trick. Cascadias and VNL. Yeah, the VNL we have is the old one though, isn't it? The new one hasn't been in the game yet, which is interesting. I hope they add that in. Because the Volvo VNL, the new one, was it 2018 or 2019? I remember that being my favorite modern truck. I remember the version from Frank Peru that was modified by Galimim. That was my favorite truck for a time. The dashboard looked so cool. But it was a bit frame heavy. Although now I guess I can manage to drive that. I shouldn't be afraid of driving it anymore. The VNRS2 is a lot more. Can you remind me again what the difference is? I know I remember asking this before, but I don't remember the answer. Oh, speaking of Volvo. And I still haven't seen a Cascadia. Have you guys seen a Cascadia in AI? Do I have a conflicting traffic mod maybe? Because we've been driving for almost 3 hours. I have not seen it yet. They're 3080 choose triangles. True. Yeah, I should be able to drive it now without getting afraid of FPS. I like Honda Civics. They're everywhere. I think I know someone with a Honda Civic. You guys know someone? I think we know someone who has a Honda Civic, right? He loves it. One third of the trucks is here Cascadias, which is pretty accurate, I guess, in real life. VNR's that Frank Peru version you're talking about. I think there's also a VNL. I remember there a VNL version from Galimim as well. But I can't remember if it's also from Frank Peru originally. I think so, because it's high poly. Ah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, I think it was Alex who answered me also last time. Makes a lot of sense. VN means very nice. Very nice regional and very nice long haul. Maybe not too professional sounding, huh? Regional long haul. So probably if you ever had a Volvo here, an American Volvo here in Singapore, it would most likely be a VNR. But even that itself I doubt, because it's a conventional truck, not a cab over. Not very good for the limited space here. Thank you. Yeah, I still haven't seen a Cascadia. I'm starting to get bothered. I'm starting to think Traffic Maniacs mod might be conflicting with it. Let's keep our eyes peeled. I've not really been paying attention though, so there's still a chance. And looks like we are 9 minutes away from 11 AM, but we still have 111 miles to go. We might need to extend a bit, if you guys are okay with it. But I do want to finish in Canada at least. So some AI Cascadias without mods today. Okay, thank you. Yeah, might be one of the... I'm hoping I won't need to remove it, but I will if I need to. Extend! Chewy, punch it! Punch it, chew. Will do. What truck is that again? Lone Star? You can bypass, good. Lone Star, okay. And that's also an international truck, right? So, just realized we actually have 2 international trucks now. Who's speeding? Sorry. My bad. That was all on me. I didn't look right hard enough. I just looked right like that. Well, that's a Mac. That guy is that's a Cascadia, I think. You guys see that blue one? Looks like a Cascadia. That made you jump. Yeah, same here. That was worse than the yay. Looked like it. Yeah, maybe I have too many truck variants because of the mod, so there's not many trucks. Yeah, it might be because I have the Tune Traffic Pack. And the Tune Traffic Pack adds a lot of different variants of AI trucks. There's actually a police officer in front of us. Let's behave. He hasn't seen us yet. Okay, fine. I won't go speeding here. Yeah, that might be it. So they are probably there, but because of all the variants of trucks, and I think the game has a limit of how many you can have. And they have to like split all the AI trucks amongst all those variants. So that might be why the Cascadia is appearing very seldomly. So I think I'll be waiting for a mod from Traffic Maniac, an update that includes the Cascadia as a tuned truck as well. That might even the odds, so to speak. Won't ticket you if you hit him. I almost believed it. If not, if I haven't tried it before, I would have believed you. Intimidation. Yay him off the road. He might yay me off the road. Interesting looking van. Why do you have that kind of ramp? Is that for a showcase? You get to see the truck better that way? Looks a bit weird. Man, I love the sounds. I think it will be driving offline again. Triple monitor, try to record a time-lapse video with these sounds. Do we have kilometers per hour here? Oh, we do. Nice touch on the dashboard. There's a kilometers per hour marker even on the analog speedo. And I'm sure if you change the unit of measure in the settings, this digital speedo will adjust as well. Cool stuff. Grimes Winter mod. Yeah, I heard there are still some problems with it, I think. So I'll wait for an update. I think Lucy mentioned that some roads are invisible or something. Yeah, I think it was Jeff Favignano. Or was it Jeff? He was driving the Cascadia in ProMods Canada with winter mod, if I remember correctly, because the ProMods team commented on that. There was a discussion that came about with ice cream and stuff. Ice cream in winter. It's nice. I think that's the only place where YouTubers are being able to interact with each other. It's nice seeing the familiar names. Jeff Favignano, Fox on the Box. And the good guys, the other good guys. One more panda. Should we call you Frisky? It's good, man. Doing good. Truck is amazing and the mods are working perfectly. Plus the cabin accessories. Such a nice touch. Makes the truck more lived in. It's not too perfect anymore. And that's why I slipped the truck over a while ago. That was all intentional. Because if you have like a too perfect truck, it doesn't feel real, you know. It has to have like a bit of wear and tear in it. But since we can only drive it for a couple of hours today, I decided to put some wear and tear by force. Does that sound? Does that pass? Does that excuse work? Clumsy sounds. Testing the dog's hold on the dash. That's true. That's the one. Yeah. Add that to the list of excuses. Oh my goodness, we're in it for now. Any chance of us making it on time? No such thing anymore. And prepare your ears, guys. This is going to be loud. You can hear the bells. What? Can you hear me? I feel cheated. That wasn't the train I was expecting. That was train. Just a couple of locos being shunted, looks like. Yeah, I was laughing because I saw the puff of smoke and it felt so... It didn't look real, like... It's just a single puff. It looked more funny than real, but okay. It's nice that it's there at least. Indian store, ooh. But that might be the American Indian, huh? Native American than the Indian we know. Trucks, spur, keep right. This is the border that I haven't been to yet. Four-way junction. Trucks must turn right. That's one mod that I'm still looking for. Converting all of those chevrons into chevrons. Because we have all these companies already. We even have like gloves, right? But the chevron, I think, somehow has been skipped through. Hope it's a long one. That was an epic fail. Failed expectation. So this one is a perfect example. Everyone has the stop sign, so everyone knows who should go first. So you stop fully, not a rolling stop. Let's try and read through the signs. More than 10,000. They have more than 10,000 bucks with them. Well, that's not a problem for me. Felt like Scotsman crawling us, yeah, true. Oh, you mean how much it is in game? No, it's cheap. I think a couple of hundreds at most. Except for the laptop. Maybe the laptop is more expensive. But you should be able to afford it if you do like a single job. It should work. Routine. Your face then was priceless when the trains trolled us. Trolley trains. Level crossing again. Should we wait for one? It's extending. Indeed. We'll finish this. Finish what we started. At least now. It's no longer false advertising. At least now we're really in Canada. Abbotsford. Hey bot, how are you? Off of work and you're here. Thanks for joining, man. How are you enjoying the Cascadia? Was there a stop sign there? Oh, there wasn't. We have right of way. I love the signs. Absolutely love the signs. ProMods leaves no stone unturned. When a train went past. Ah, goodness. Oh, that caught me off guard. Thank goodness that runs out of stock. Ah, there we go. Perfect timing, Canada. Welcome to Canada. There's actually a maple leaf accessory, hanging accessory. So that would be perfect. If I record something in here, I would definitely switch to that accessory. That would be perfect for this place. And then I'll switch to kilometers per hour as well. The default sounds were not horrible. Yeah, that's true. I think we can live with that. They were like maybe 70% there. And the rest of the 30%, Kriechbaum takes us the entire way. So if I had a choice, I would go for the 100, but yeah, the 70% is not that bad, thankfully. So I think SCS is learning the tricks. I think they've learned already because I remember the Kenworth D680. I really like the sounds there. It's not Kriechbaum, but it's super crisp. And it's mixed fairly well. I'm actually not sure which sounds I like better. The default from the Cascadia or the ones from T680. Because if you ask me now, I would prefer still the T680 version, the T680 sounds. But people are really commending the default sounds from the Cascadia, so maybe I just didn't give it enough of a chance. Yeah, new cabin DLC for ATS. So these are all official. Although I think I'm missing some dots because of a mod conflict. We're here, Costco. Do you have Costco in Canada? Or what is the equivalent? Maybe that's something ProMods can improve on later on. Implementing whole new companies with real names. Because right now this is reusing whatever companies in the US. Abbotsford is known for its coffee. Oh, perfect. Looks like I chose the right place then. I love coffee. I'll have it black, thank you very much. Speaking of coffee, Mrs. Clumsy just bought me a fancy, it's called Stoke, S with a double T, O-K-E, Stoke cup. It's nothing, like it's very plain looking, but it's very effective, and it holds in the heat. It's like one of those thermos, or what do you call it, where you store the liquid and it keeps its temperature. Looks like that's the wrong going over a bit, but it's good because normally those kinds of containers are metal and they give you that metal taste. This one is ceramic, so it doesn't give you any aftertaste, but it keeps in the heat. So I got that as a free cup before, because if you remember that incident where my coffee bean supplier almost broke my coffee maker, my coffee grinder, because they accidentally put in a stone with the packaging and it got lodged in with the grinder. So they said sorry, and they gave me a nice gesture by giving me that cup. But I gave it to Mrs. Clumsy because I wanted her to have the good stuff. So she's been using it since, and she really likes it. So much so that she told me, go buy yourself one as well. I'll pay for it. So it arrived and I've been using it since this week. Oh, it's so good. I can leave the coffee there for hours and it would still be hot. Perfect. I don't need to rush in drinking everything in like 10-15 minutes to enjoy it in its ideal temperature. There we go, guys. We finished. We're in Canada. Perfect. Yeah, like a thermos flask but ceramic. So no aftertaste. Perfect timing. Thank you. Yeah, great job by SCS for the cabin DLC. Happy to support their work.
A few moments later.
Perfect. Alright guys, let me see. Pizza was edible. Yeah, there's no pizza, however, so we'll have to settle for the real thing. Alright guys, let's leave it there. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for helping me extend. And we finished it. Who knew? All the way from Colorado to British Columbia in Canada. GG everybody. Super good. I think I will be driving this for the foreseeable future. And we'll just be tweaking the engine sounds, trying different stuff probably. Have a good night everybody. Have a good day. Have a great weekend. Catch you on Discord, and take note of the upcoming convoy, right? 24th for me, 23rd for the evening for the US folks. We'll have a convoy in ATS. Most likely everyone will be driving a Cascadia, which is perfect, but it will be the real thing, the real life thing. Yeah, still convoy. So that's Thursday morning for me, Wednesday night for you guys. 23rd. night for US folks. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Saturday night. Have a good one and catch you on Discord in the meantime. Appreciate the company. Enjoyed the stream a lot. Thanks to you guys. Alright, have a good night. Bye-bye. Clumsy Trucking. Catch you soon. Yeah.